is Thursday, July 29th. So let's pick some from Shaman's Dream. And we'll also pick from the Ancestor Spirit today. And let's just see what the universe is going to say today. Start with Shaman's Dream. See what is the topic for me today. Okay, so Wailing Tree. Reconciliations, the Wailing Tree. Oh my goodness. The Wailing Tree. Yep, somebody's in there wailing away. Wailing Tree. So let's see what information we're going to get about the Wailing Tree. What about the Wailing Tree? The world. Okay. Manifest. Okay, Wailing Tree, the world. So what are you going to manifest? We can sit here and be like the Wailing Tree and can just sit there and grouse about things, have the grand pity party, beat that drum for all it's worth. But what is that going to manifest in the world if one is doing that? If one is on the wailing trip, okay, what's going to come out of that? Either that, or we can do, you can have a reconciliation with what's going on, but you can also go to make some changes. We do have free will, and what happens on this planet, now some things are karmic, already in place, can't be changed, okay? We admit to that. But, it can either be bad or worse, okay? Which, at this point in time, we have to understand, these things are going to happen, and the changes that are happening now are going to continue on. Now we can either sit there and grouse or be reconciled to what's coming and make the best of it, get the best attitude, put out the most positive vibes, and we can stave off some of it. Because the challenge is good fortune, and that's the focus that we should have. We should have the focus on the beneficial things. Mother Gaia is cleansing herself now. righting some of the wrongs that have been done. And yes, it's not pleasant. Okay? So our focus should be on the best things that we can focus on when it comes to manifesting in the world. Going forward, we have drifting. Are you drifting, or are you going to do the deep dive? Okay? You can drift along and do nothing. Okay? Do nothing with your life. Just sit there and grouse and bitch about everything that's happening. Or you can use this as a platform, the difficult times, to dive deep. Okay? And those are when they become left-handed blessings. When you have situations come up that just really knock you, and you use that situation to look at things deeper in your life, then it can be of benefit. Okay? So we need to reconcile ourselves to the fact that global warming is taking place. Definitely we've waited too long to turn everything around at this point. We are going to continue to have these floods and fires and that type of thing. And so we need to put our focus on the best that we can put it on, okay? Want to manifest change the best that we can manifest at this time, okay? And that takes being positive. It doesn't mean that you just sit there and, well, I've got a positive attitude and, that's it. It's not going to touch me. It doesn't work that way. There are those that say, well, I manifest whatever I want in my life, and if I don't want it to touch me, it's not going to touch me. Okay? It doesn't work that way. Okay? People think that the way quantum works is you can have whatever you want, a little goodie bag out there, and it doesn't work that way. All of these things are interconnected, okay? It's all interconnected. So people that have this very wrong ideation about quantum physics and about this ideation that you can have whatever you want, you just have that positive vibe out there and it's all going to be peachy keen. It doesn't work that way, okay? So again, we can use these points as jump-off points. You don't get to realization until you traverse the dark night of the soul, okay? And you can't wish the dark night of the soul away. It's a platform to dig deep, to dive deep, and to, again, rout out the mistaken notions, the illusions of truth that one is holding to. Okay, we use it as a platform to go forward. Okay, so again, don't think that you can just reconcile yourself to this and it's great and all I have to do is put out a positive vibe that I don't want this in my life and so it's not going to touch me. Okay? Well, you see all those massive floods that are happening. I'm sure that places where the massive floods have happened or the fires have taken everything, that there were some people that were putting out their big positive vibes and saying, well, I don't want this in my life, and I guarantee, want it or not, it's going to come, okay? It's going to come. So there are times, that we definitely get grace, okay? But during this time, there are going to be a lot of people, like I said as well, exiting the planet. The good news is life is eternal. in nature, and they're not going very far. But these things are taking place, and they are going to happen, and they are going to continue to happen for some time. So rather than be just sitting there in the tree and wailing away, bemoaning the fate, bemoaning what's taking place now, use it as a pivot point to dive deeper and look deeper and challenge the illusions that one has held, and get to the bottom of it, the knot, and cut it. Okay, get to the reality. This is a time of stripping away, looking deeper. Okay, the spiritual path is not an easy one, but we've chosen to come during this time on this planet for a reason. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. I can full well tell you that realization will change your whole consciousness, your whole outlook, everything in your life 100%. So be willing to traverse the difficult time, the dark night of the soul, and know that it's a left-handed blessing. It is a doorway to freedom if you're willing to traverse it. Okay? If you're willing to reconcile the fact that that you can't live in fantasy. Fantasy is not going to change things. Okay? We have to do the work, and we have to understand what has been put in motion, is going to continue until we reverse things. And that's going to take some time. That's not going to happen within the next day or two. No matter how much fantasizing one does and good vibes one puts out. Now we can mitigate what's happening. Okay? The good vibes and everything, if we all continue in positivity, we can change some of it. But we can't change all of it. It's not going to just magically disappear. So I don't want people to get morose and sad, because it's what's happening is happening, and we have to deal with it. Okay? So I don't want to put out any fantasy that says if you continue to put out positive vibes, that it's going to stop it. No. This cleansing is going to continue to take place. Okay? There need to be a lot of changes made. But again, make the best of the situation, what we have, and use it for your spiritual growth. Okay? Put out the best vibe and see, this is time for people to come together, not to continue to fight with one another. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here, much love and light, and we'll pick one from the ancestors, and we'll see what it has to say. Thanks for tuning in. Love and light.